Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I am Momo Makeup. Thank you so much for stopping by. Celebrity makeup artist Mario Dedivanovic launched his very first makeup line at Sephora called Makeup by Mario. I picked up a couple of different items. I'm going to review them for you guys on camera. We are going to demo them, talk about them, all that good stuff. Before we get into today's video, if you could please hit your subscribe button, I would greatly appreciate that. Also, give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Honestly, I'm like one of those people who says the same things over and over again, but you guys truly don't even understand. It's hard for me to wrap my head around the fact that there are actually people out there who take time out of their day to watch the content that I produce. It means more to me than anyone will ever be able to understand. It's just the coolest thing. It's the greatest feeling. And I'm just so glad you guys are here with me today. So thank you so much. Not to get too far off track, I picked up the Master Mattes palette, the Master Eye Prep and Set, the Master Secret Glow. I also picked up a brush and the Master Mattes Brightening pencils. So I have 5 items here to show you guys. When I saw that Mario was finally launching his own makeup line, I was so ecstatic. He is truly an icon in the makeup industry. The cool thing about this is he launched his own makeup line 20 years after he started his career at Sephora. It's just a total full circle moment for him, and I'm so happy. Not that I know him personally, but it's just exciting. He seems like a really great person who really cares about his work and the quality and the effort that he puts in. So I have high hopes for these products, you guys. Like, these need to knock it out of the park, because to be honest, when he started promoting this makeup, I was like, I read the comments on Tremood and people were not nice. Everyone was saying it's like Kylie packaging, it's Kim packaging, it looks so cheap, this and that. But we all know at the end of the day what really matters is the product that's inside the packaging. So let's see what happens. The first item that we're going to review today is the Master Prep and Set. Now, I feel kind of stupid because, to be honest, the only reason why I picked this up is because I, for some reason, thought that this was to prep and set your under eye, and it was sort of like a cream concealer palette. But after watching all of Mario's videos and reading the instructions on the Sephora website, this is actually to prep and set your lid. So it comes with 2 different creamy concealer-like shades, and then it has a powder here to set. This does retail for $28, and I picked mine up in the light version. The packaging itself does feel very light, and I want to show you guys something that bothers me just aesthetically on the back of this palette. I don't know if you can see in the camera. I think you can. This ingredient label on the back is like peeling on all 4 sides. Like, I could literally just peel that off, and I hate that. It drives me nuts, especially for $28. Is there anything we can do to fix that? I don't know. But the front is actually embossed, so that's not coming off. But the back is just killing me. See why people came for the packaging, honestly, because it is very lightweight and it does feel very inexpensive. It does say on the website also that this can be used as a face touch-up throughout the day, so maybe this is something I could pack in my purse to keep for quick touch-ups on the go, and if this powder is any good, maybe I can use it to blot. I don't know. We have to try this out. So I think for me what will work the best is using my Sephora Pro Airbrush Concealer brush. And I'm just kind of going to like twist it in here to try to like pick up some product. The brush seems coated. Now let's just see if this like does anything. Actually, I do really like the way that that looks. Let me add another like little coat. It goes on very lightweight. It doesn't feel as thick as I thought it would. It just honestly feels like there's nothing there. To be completely like transparent with you guys, it just feels like there's nothing there. Like I'm just brushing on nothing. But I can absolutely see a difference. I'm sure you guys can as well. It has brightened my lid. I'm actually really pleasantly surprised. I thought this really wasn't going to do anything at all, but it definitely has. I just wanted to zoom you guys in so you could see there's no creasing, and that's before I put the powder on. So it definitely helped to even out my discoloration, and sort of give me like a natural looking but flawless base. Let's give that time to set, and then we're gonna just do the other eye. I really enjoy this. I feel like this is something that I could wear alone with no eyeshadow over top. And the nice thing is, with having the darker shade here, I could mix the two together to give it an even more skin-like finish. Right now it almost looks like my lids have been brightened, which I like. And let's go in now with the powder. So I'm just gonna go in with this is a Real Techniques 402 setting brush, and I'm just going to get some of this powder on here. Wow, virtually no fallout. It's interesting. And I'm going to set this in place. What do you guys set your, oh, I did get a little bit of creasing there. Do you guys like to set your eyes when you prime them? Because I always do, regardless. I'll do it with a translucent powder. But this is actually nice because all of these little products go together. So, sometimes my eyelids can be very rough looking and they have added texture and they get dry, no matter how much eye cream I use. But this really gave me a flawless base. I am so surprised by this. Really, I am. So this is something that I think I'm really going to like. But let's see how the eyeshadow applies over top. This is something I cannot wait to dive into. This is the Master Mattes palette. It is a nude palette. Thought process behind this palette is having nude shades for every skin tone, which I think is such a good concept. This is a way to really make it easy for everyone to use, and it will appeal to a wide audience. With that being said, I need to show you guys how small this palette is, because in all of the posts on social media that I've seen, this has looked like an Anastasia palette. I'm going to show you what this looks like aside of the new Wayne Goss Weightless Veil Blush palette, which, by the way, I'm wearing it and I'm still absolutely obsessed with it. But if you put these two palettes together, okay, I should do it like this. This is the Wayne Goss palette, and the one is Makeup by Mario behind it. So this is a blush palette with two shades, a blush and a highlight, and this is an eyeshadow palette, which, mind you, retails for $48. I don't know. I was shocked when I opened this and saw how small it was, and you guys can even see, and I have small hands, and this covers not even the entirety of my hand. So this is a very small palette. The pan sizes are extremely small. It does come with a mirror. It comes with 12 shades of nudes. Beautiful palette. I love nudes. They're so versatile and easy to use. You can use them for a daytime look or a nighttime, so I do like a nude palette. But I was just underwhelmed by the packaging and how small this is. It's tiny. So it's just interesting to me that this retails at such a high price point. And again, on the back, the ingredient label is doing the same thing. It's peeling off. So this one right here is pretty neat because it's actually like a 3D effect, the By Mario logo. I know I did mention this in the beginning of the video. It really only matters what the product performs like for me. I did pick up a brush. I picked up the EF2 brush. It is a synthetic brush and it does retail for $22, which is a pretty high price point for a synthetic brush. Feels really nice though, and this can be used to blend eyeshadow or even apply highlight to the points of your face. I purchased it to use with the palette. I just wanted to see if his makeup brushes were good or not, so we will test it out right now. Now that I'm looking at this palette, I do want to show it to you guys up close because this is kind of like, I don't know if this is a quality control issue, but it's kind of sloppy. If you guys can see here, just the way the shadow kind of breaks up, it looks like it wasn't pressed very well. And same thing over here, it just looks kind of like it just wasn't pressed very well. It's not very clean and precise. I don't know. I'm really not trying to nitpick, but when I notice things, I feel like I should probably mention that to you guys. So I'm going to take the sticker off the mirror because I'm going to use it to create this look. I'm going to start out with one of the lighter shades here. This is the Matte 3 shade. They're all labeled on the back. Let's just tap in and see good amount of pigment. You can see that the brush picked up. Okay, I need to go in with a little more. I'm not even sure if the shade is dark enough to pick up. Oh yeah, there it is. There it goes. It's blending out nicely. Very light, but that's my fault. I just picked the color that was light, so it's kind of hard to see. Let me turn my ring light down a little bit. There, might be easier to see this way. So now I'm going to go in with matte 4, which is a shade darker. I'm going to use the same brush and just tap into it. See if we can deepen this up. The brush is performing well, and so are the shadows. I didn't experience any skipping, and the pigment looks pretty even, and it was easy to apply. So let's go ahead and deepen the outer V. Now I'm going in with matte number 4. Do want to mention, guys, I have not noticed any fallout under my eye, and that one blended beautifully on top of the others. I'm just going to go for a rather natural look, but I do want to deepen the outer corner a little bit more. I'm going to go in with matte number 6, and I'm just going to very lightly apply that to the outer corner. Okay, and now I'm going to go in using the very first brush, the Mario brush, and I'm going to use the first shade that I started with, the matte number 3, and I'm going to just buff out the top of this crease here. I don't want any harsh lines. Yeah, I'm really liking the way this is looking so far. Actually, what I want to do now is cut the crease because I want to use the matte number 1 shade in here. So let me apply the concealer and I'll be right back. Okay, concealer has been laid down, so I gave it a chance to dry, and now I'm going to just go in with the first shade here. It's the lightest one in the palette, and I'm going to just pat that on to set the concealer. That worked well over the concealer. It did not cake at all whatsoever, and it set it very nice. Now let's just go over the outer V once again. Just soften up these edges. Looks beautiful. I went in with matte. This would have been number, I mixed 11 and 10 together. Just right here at my lash line to really deepen it. But you guys can see it. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. I'm going to go in with number 5 on my lower lash line. I don't want anything too dark. I don't want to fuck this up. It looks stunning. I have to be honest with you guys, this is unlike any other nude palette I've tried. The shadows blended so nice, and I just feel like even though obviously you can tell I have eyeshadow on, it's a very natural look in my opinion. And the shadows just blended out so effortlessly. It looks airbrushed, and I think he did such a nice job. Obviously I have to add liner and lashes, but I can't wait to see once this is all put together. So what I'm going to do is my liner and lashes off camera, and then I'm going to come back. I do want to show you the brightening eye pencil, and then we still have to use the Master Glow, the Secret Glow. So I'll be right back. Okay, liner and lashes are on. I effing hate false lashes. I literally got lash glue in my eye. I did try to conceal it and cover it up over here. They look uneven, but you know what? This is what we're working with, you guys, and honestly, I'm at my wit's end with the lashes, so here they are. I also applied liner, and then I did switch up the lip. So I also wore this exact same lip combo in my previous video, not Makeup by Mario related, but I just want to shout out Dose of Colors. This lip liner in the shade Dime is hands down the best lip liner. It's my absolute favorite. It is perfect for lining my lips specifically. Their formula is amazing. It lasts literally all day. I love it so much. And then I tried out this Silk Lip Cream from Artist Couture. Been loving their products lately. Loving. This is in the shade Angel Baby, and it's amazing. It looks wonderful. And then I have MAC lip gloss over top. So, okay. Before I get too sidetracked, let's finish up this review. I want to use this Master Matte's brightening pencil, $20. It's used to line your waterline, and then I also saw videos of him doing it in the inner V. So we're gonna do that as well. It does come with a sharpener. He did also release a black liner, and then did he release a liquid liner? Yes, so he did release another like pencil black eyeliner, and it comes with a brush on one end, so you can actually like fan out and soften your black liner. And then he did come out with a liquid eyeliner. And you know what, guys? Honestly, I've been using Maybelline Line Stiletto for years, and I just can't seem to find anything that is like, here's my thing. This only costs like $7 at CVS. I'm not going to pay $22 for a liquid eyeliner if this is something that I know I love and works well for me. So anyway, so this brightening pencil here is in the shade Light 1, which leads me to believe there's a possibility that he might be extending the shade line for his eyeliner. So we'll see. But I'm going to just use the mirror from my Prep and Conceal, and we're going to see if this brightens. I like to use brightening pencils on the waterline. So right off the bat, I can already see a difference, and this applied really nice, high pigment. You know, here is the thing though with liners, you guys. When you do buy a cheaper, less expensive drugstore eyeliner, chances are you're not going to get the same quality as one that you pay more money for. Now, that being said, I did pick up a Marc Jacobs tight lining pencil one time. I think that's what it's called, and that was absolutely terrible, and that was like $25, something like that, ridiculous. So you typically tend to get what you pay for, but not always. But this is really working very well. And I like the fact that it's a nude shade rather than white. White is just kind of outdated and maybe a little bit juvenile. The nude is going to help to really brighten your eyes, but in a natural way. It really worked well. Look how much brighter and bigger my eyes look. So I will also want to try this on the inner V. So we're just going to very lightly just kind of touch base here. Don't want to go too far up because I don't want to go into the shadow. I don't know if you guys can see my lovely little lash glue incident that I had. Okay, so I don't know if I would use it on the inner V. It's kind of like whatever. I really more so prefer it on the waterline. And honestly, you guys, it did a beautiful job of brightening my eyes. It glided right on. No skipping. No lack of pigmentation. Have you guys ever experienced sometimes if you're using a pencil liner and you start applying it and it gets wet because it's on your waterline, and sometimes that diffuses the pigment. But with this specific pencil, I didn't notice that at all whatsoever. We are going to now move on to the last and final product. This is the one I've been kind of the most nervous to try. This is the Master Secret Glow. Woo! The reviews on Sephora. I like to creep and see reviews before I check stuff out, just to get an idea of what everyone's thinking. It doesn't necessarily influence how I feel about a product, but I just like to see what people are saying before I film a review. It's just kind of what I like to do. The reviews for this product specifically were, well, it has 34 reviews and it's 3 stars. A lot of people were saying it's too sticky. This is not one of the highlighters. This is the like balm. Let's show you up close. I already dipped my finger into it just to see what it feels like. And honestly, you guys, it literally just looks like an empty pan. But there is product in there. You can see where my fingerprint was. This is a super hydrating translucent balm. You can use it on your eyes, your cheeks, and your lips. It is supposed to give you an alluring, gorgeous glow. Now, this is supposed to be like Mario's secret trick to giving you like a wet, natural glow. This can be used on top of makeup. It's not supposed to disturb your foundation in any way. And it can also be used on bare skin just to give you a natural sort of glow. It's going to give you that dewy, wet type of highlight look. Now, with that being said, it is a gloss, so I'm a little nervous about this. I don't anticipate it disturbing my makeup, but my thing is, like, you put this on, you go over to a friend's house, or you hug your animal, your pet, you're gonna have stuff all over your... I just get nervous that it's gonna be too sticky and it's gonna attract other things, other substances onto your face. So I don't know. Right now I have no highlighter on. Only thing I have on are blush and bronzer over top of my foundation. So let's just try this out. I'm just gonna use my finger. That's what it says to use. And I'm just going to tap it over top of my cheeks. Getting it onto my finger, you can see it's there. It looks literally like water. Has a glass-like effect. So, oh my god. Like in your hair. It's gonna get in your hair. Okay. Okay, so it's on. Looks really pretty. Did not disturb my makeup. Let's turn this up, see what it looks like. Yes. I like that. I like that a lot. I think with this product, I would stick to only applying it to the high points of your face. It's not something I would recommend putting all over your face. Let's go ahead and apply it to the other side. Work around it. I like that. Now I have to look up close to see. I don't notice any disturbance to my makeup at all. It actually just blended in perfectly. Now I want to see. Okay, it feels a little less tacky now that it's been on my skin for a few seconds, but it's still, you can obviously notice there is a stickiness to it. Let's put some down the bridge of my nose for shits and gigs. See, I love that for a nose highlight. I love that. I don't want to apply it on my eye though, because I don't want to screw up this look. But maybe we can just add a little bit more over top of my... I already have the gloss on. Okay, see, that's interesting. So when I tap it over top of the skin glass, it almost, I don't want to say it mattifies it, but it almost dulls the shine of the MAC lip gloss. So this isn't going to give you a 100% like shine. It's just going to give you a natural glowy appearance. And honestly, I really like it. I think it looks really nice. It still feels tacky. If glossy highlighters are not your thing, you're going to absolutely hate this. But if you just want a natural glow, if you're going to be very careful with where your face goes, and you know, maybe you just want to use it for a night out or something like that, I would recommend. I think it looks great. It didn't disturb my makeup at all. It just sits really nice on top. It doesn't exaggerate texture or anything, and I think it looks really good. Let's go through and talk about these products. The Master Secret Glow, you guys saw, I just used it. I really like it. If this specific type of product is not your thing, you won't like it. But if this is something that's new to you that you want to try, if you like glossy highlighters, you will love this. I think it did a really nice job of sitting on top of my makeup. It doesn't exaggerate texture like I had just mentioned, and it just gives you a nice natural looking healthy glow. It's not going to be your blinding highlight, but it's going to be something that gives you a more lit from within, like ethereal type of glow. So I love this huge hit. The Brightening eye pencil, absolutely loved. It was super pigmented. It glided on super easily, and it really did help to brighten and open my eyes. It makes them look more awake and bigger. The nude palette and the eyeshadow brush. Would I say that you absolutely need to go out and buy this? No, especially for the price point. You can get Morphe brushes or BH Cosmetic brushes for way less money, and they're also really good quality. Am I saying this is a bad brush? No. What I like about it is that you can use it to apply eyeshadow. It's small enough to fit in your crease, but it's also large enough to apply highlight or any type of powder or cream product you would like to different points of your face. You can go down the bridge of your nose. You can use it to apply to a Cupid's bow. If it's something you really, really want, I would recommend it. But if not, and if you prefer the Morphe brushes or something like that, you can find synthetic brushes anywhere that are good quality for a lot less money than this. This nude palette, I would say this is a must buy. I think this would be a perfect staple for any makeup artist. I love that he included nude shadows that are good for any skin tone in here. You have cool tone, warm tone, and you have such a wide variety of shades that really this can be considered a nude neutral palette for anyone. So I really like that. They performed super well. No fallout, which I thought was so interesting. You don't often see that with matte shadows. There was literally no fallout. And none underneath my eyes, so that was like shocking to me. I guess it's just the way that they're pressed, but still a lot of payoff. So I have no complaints about this. I think this is a great palette. Is it a little pricey? Yes, but if you have the money to invest, I would recommend picking this up 100%. Last but not least is this Master Eye Prep and Set. Initially, in the beginning of the video, before I tried this out, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, whether or not I needed it, but to be honest, I absolutely love this. And I definitely think, like I mentioned earlier, I'm probably just going to put this in my purse. And then, like, obviously I can take it out and use it when I'm doing eyeshadow, or when I'm home, I can keep it out of my purse in my makeup collection. But this really, like, the concealers themselves are so lightweight. They're not heavy or cakey at all. And then when you apply that powder over top, it really gave me a flawless base. And I like the fact that this is something I can use on its own when I just want to do an eyeshadow free day with maybe some mascara, some blush, and a lippy. I don't need to use concealer out of a tube. Sometimes that can be a little too thick and too pigmented, and this actually helps to really blur and sort of brighten the eyelid in the sense that you don't have to use a lot of product. You can just really just glide it on, use a concealer brush. You could probably also use your finger as well, but I just thought that this was a nice little, it's like it reminds me of like something that like only a makeup artist would have, right? It's like an exclusive product. I really like it, and I would recommend if you were thinking about picking it up. So really everything was a hit except the brush, only because I just don't feel like that's a necessity. There are so many other comparable eyeshadow brushes out there. Now that we have come to the end of my review, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching my review. Leave a comment down below. Did you pick anything up from this collection? Is there anything you want to pick up now that you've seen my video? Just let me know in the comments. I love to hear from you guys. Have a great day or night wherever you are, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.